Hey everyone, this is Tony coming at you from KillerWhale Crypto. Make sure to like and subscribe here at the bottom of the page and change the way you trade. Today we're going to be talking about Web3 and what it has to do with the future of cryptocurrency. According to a recent report written by the largest cryptocurrency analytics agency in the world, Chainalysis, it's not only possible, but it's likely that all major companies will have a presence in the Web3 space within the next 10 years. This is similar to how companies in the 90s needed to develop an internet presence to stay competitive. Before we get too far into Web3, let's take a look at some of the defining characteristics of the first internet, as well as the current version of the internet that we are using right now. Our first internet acted like a one-way road for information. It was entirely decentralized, as all of the content available on the web was created by the providers of the websites themselves. For this reason, the original internet, aka Web 1, can be thought of as the read-only internet. The version of the internet that we're using now, aka Web 2 or Web 2.0 as it was called when it was released, is incredibly centralized. Even though Web 2 is an environment for everyone to post their own content, almost all of that content exists on centralized platforms that are controlled by large corporations. Think of the sites like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube that you have to sign into to post content. Even though Web 2 is a major improvement over the original, more centralization means Web 2 comes with far greater risks of critical failure. If you rely on these critical points of failure to conduct business, for example, your business is at the mercy of the companies that are trusted to keep the lines open and the lights on. Web 2 also comes with some significant security risks. Centralized entities keep their data stored in massive databases, which present a tasty target for hackers. Furthermore, many of these free sites on our current internet gather your information not only for their own analytics, but also to sell to targeted advertising companies. In Web 2, you never really know who's looking at your data. On to Web 3. Web 3 takes a lot of cues from our current internet. However, it expands on the concept of decentralization and public ownership, thanks to the advent of crypto. If Web 2 is the read-write internet, then Web 3 is the read-write and own internet. Websites built in the Web 3 fashion come equipped with click-to-connect wallets, which are used to pay directly for web services. This means an internet free of advertisements, spyware, and other security issues that plague our current system. Users pay a small amount of their hard-earned money in exchange for access to whichever aspects of the web you like. That small fee, and we're talking fractions of a dollar, pay for unparalleled peace of mind, as well as the ability to build, own, and create your own content and services. As Web3 is completely open source, anyone can build a bigger and better version of the website that they already use. Say you don't like some of the protocols or policies of your favorite social media platform, that's no problem. You can copy the source code of any Web3 program or site and make whatever changes you'd like. If the changes you've made attract the attention of others who would prefer using your fork of the platform, then you could be the one who is collecting income from those small aforementioned transaction fees. The Web3 platform will also make it possible for users to get their favorite content directly from creators themselves, rather than from content providers like Netflix and Hulu. Lastly, Web3 differs from Web 2 in that it enables community-owned companies to develop more easily as opposed to our current web. There is one big hurdle we need to cross before the Web3 space will become part of everyday life. And unfortunately, that's a hurdle that many of the Web3 advocates seem to overlook. Web3 still relies on the same three major building blocks as Web 1 and Web 2. The first is a transmission control protocol / internet protocol, or TCP/IP, which is the vehicle of the web. The second is the hypertext transfer protocol, aka HTTP, that defines the language by which servers and computers communicate with each other. Lastly, we have the internet connection itself, which acts as the physical infrastructure, or the roads of the internet, if you will. Unfortunately, we will be limited to Web 2 and at the most Web 2.5 services until these issues are addressed. Nonetheless, the Web3 space is growing at a tremendous rate. Dylan, who is the founder of KillerWhale, and I have attended dozens of Web3 conferences, both here in Miami, Florida, as well as in Denver, Colorado, and there is certainly no shortage of Web3 products in development, which range everywhere from metaverse projects to NFT development with real-world use cases. It's fair to say that we here at KillerWhale are very bullish on the development in the Web3 space. Again, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. KillerWhale, change the way you trade.